other. Perhaps this is why, when the disciples asked Jesus when they would enter the kingdom, he answered, quote, "When you make the two one, and when you make the outside like the inside, and the inside like the outside, the above like the below, when you make the male and the female one, and the same so that the male not be male nor the female female, then you will enter the kingdom." Though it is clear through that as physical beings we are either male or female, not necessarily. We are told here that in our essence, in our spiritual lives, there is no difference between female and male, for each of us carries the spark of the divine in which the male and the female are united as a single one. So I'm just going to read a few more short excerpts from this. The meaning of the Sophia is the wisdom, the eternal female, the archetype, being the great goddess of the distant past, and behind the re-emerging feminine principle in our own time. Now, as in antiquity, the Sophia claims the power that is rightfully hers because she received the divine light of the invisible, virginal spirit, the first thought. In our inner wisdom, she is decisively feminine, regardless of our gender. Our feminine wisdom values truth more than information. It is she in us who desires to see things whole, to see into things, to be able to participate and then wait. When we are in touch with her, we take the long view and are not seduced by expectancy. So I paused a couple times at the word virginal. So the word virgin does not mean what our modern definition of a virgin, of someone that has never had intercourse. Virginal is the root word. Virgin comes from sovereign, which a person that is sovereign is whole in themselves, that doesn't need any outside external forces or people or beliefs to make them powerful, to make them knowledgeable. So there needs to be a different definition of virginal when we're reading information like this, because it's gotten distorted. The word virgin has gotten distorted as to what that it means. One more reading and then I'll get more into the content. There's just so much good stuff in this book. I have to share it with you, and I feel like paraphrasing it doesn't do it justice. So the archetype of the androgynous self, the concept of self, is as old as the Upanishads. In our own time, Jung called the self the central archetype of the psyche, embracing its consciousness and unconscious aspects. Being androgynous, the self contains all the pairs of the opposite, such as light and dark, good and evil, masculine and feminine. So the reason why I wanted to read these to you is because this is really what the shadow work here is about, is the duality. Dark, the light, the feminine, the masculine. And I hate the term like good and bad or good and evil, because it's all one. It can't be one without the other.